So, uh, but I was very adamant about drugs and like pills. That's my mom's drug of choice is pills. Like she does weed, and will take any fucking pain pill you give her. And so I was very open and honest with him about that. Like I'm not interested in that kind of life. I don't want to be a part of it. And he was like, I don't smoke weed. All I smoke is cigarettes. He said, I might drink sometimes, but I don't smoke weed. I don't do none of that. I don't take pain pills. I don't, he was telling me all this stuff like, and, so, I'm like, okay. And this was us just having friendly chit chat before we had started anything. I would talk about it, because I know he was trying to snuff, trying to pick my brain to see what kind of person I was. And that was another red flag to me. He said that he really liked that he thought I was sweet and innocent. I used to wear a cross necklace because it was one of the things I had. I had a little gold cross necklace as a child, and I don't know whatever happened to it, but I had bought me one and I wore it every day. Never took it off. It's also a thing that my mom has like a real gold one that she wears. She never takes it off unless she has to go, to the hospital or something. So I don't know, me trying to be like my mom, I guess. I had a little silver one, and he would say that he used to before things got bad or flip flopped or the light switch went off. I guess I don't know how you want to say it, before things flip flopped. He used to be like, I used to think you were so sweet and innocent, and you just and I'm like, I don't know why you would think that, and I would tell him that, I had mental health problems that I tried to avoid, and, was doing good because I was working out and I was eating healthy and was maintaining my weight, which was something that really affected my mental health because I struggled very much as a child for being overweight and being bullied. And so I finally was at a place where I was happy with my weight. I was doing good. I finally had my eating under control because I used to binge eat very bad. And I had finally found something that worked. Like I was vegetarian. I fasted. Like I didn't drink cokes. I didn't eat sweets. I used to eat like the Lynn and Larry's or Ben and Larry's or whatever they are, the vegan protein cookies. That was what I ate as sweets. That was the sweetest thing that I ate. Um, and I didn't like if I had any kind of like not water, it was always like tea, sweet tea or unsweet tea, and it was very little. Like I used to make my own pitcher of tea, and like I'm from the South, so we make super sweet tea here. So like I would put like a cup of sugar where most people would put like two and a half cups of sugar. I'd put like a cup of sugar to a gallon of tea, and that's what I would drink, or I'd not put any at all, and I would drink it. So I had a very strict diet, and that control over my diet made me feel mentally stable. Like I didn't come home and binge eat. I didn't eat to the point where I was so sick. Being vegetarian really made me feel like I limited what I ate. So it was good for me. It was good for me. And I was in a really good place when we got together. Um, Another red flag that I should have noticed was he used to buy like beef jerky and stuff, which when I was not vegetarian was one of my favorite things. I loved beef jerky, and like the little sausages, the little pickled sausages that you could get. That was like one of the things that I really loved, like little snacks. I loved it. Slim Jims and stuff. I used to go mow yards and stuff with my sister's dad when I lived with him and I was younger, and we would always stop and get a cherry coke and a Slim Jim, and that was so, it was always like nostalgia for me. And and I would tell him little stories like this, and about how me and my mom would always go get the Big Mama pickled sausages and stuff, and and then he and I told him, I'm vegetarian, I'm strictly vegetarian, don't buy stuff like that for me. And even though I would tell him these things, he would buy them and then dangle them in my face, and I'm like, why are you doing that? I told you that I'm vegetarian. And he would always make remarks about how me being vegetarian was costing them too much money, that nobody ever knew what to buy me. And I'm like, you don't have to buy me anything. I can buy my own food. Just don't eat my food. You know what I mean? And then he was like, well, I want to be vegetarian with you. And I'm like, but you're not vegetarian. If you're not vegetarian, don't eat my food. And I could buy a 4-pack of burgers, of the vegetarian burgers, and it would last me 4 days because I didn't eat but one. But I could buy a 4-pack of vegetarian burgers, and it would last me 1 day because I would eat one and he would eat 3. And then he would complain about me never having anything to eat. And he kept on and kept on and kept on, and would buy the sausages, and then he would be like, you're ungrateful. I don't know why you just won't eat it. You know you want to. And eventually it got to the point to where it just felt like I had no choice. I was like, I'm sick of it. I'm done. I'm tired of him, and I'm tired of him just, just making me feel awful for the choices I ate. And finally I just gave in. I just said, I'm fucking done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done having this conversation. I'm done justifying what I want. And I would fast. I fasted. I didn't eat till after I got home from work, which was 3. So I wouldn't eat. I ate a very short window, which was I ate 6 hours, a 6-hour window is what I did. I only ate within a 6-hour window. And he used to, when I told him that was another thing that he made a big deal about. He has a huge appetite, huge fucking appetite. And he's like, well, I'm not eating without you. I want to eat with you. And at first I thought it was real sweet. He's like, I can't imagine not eating without you. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, he's sweet. He just wants to eat with me. So, at first I overlooked it. And I thought it was just him being sweet. But then it got to the point to where he's like, I'm starving and I can't do this. You're going to have to start eating. And I'm like, no, I don't. Just eat. He's like, well, I can't eat without you. You know what I mean? And it turned into him being sweet and wanting to do it with me, to him turning it against me. And so me, who wouldn't eat till I think I would eat 2 to 8 was my window. 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. was my window. And I don't even think it was that. I think it was more 1 to 6, 1 to 7 or some shit like that. It was very, very short window. Anyway, he, you know what I mean? He would just keep on and keep on and keep on and I can't do this no more. I can't not eat. You're going to have to start eating. You know what I mean? And just would make me feel awful because he wouldn't eat. And I'm like, just eat. He's like, no, you know what I mean? I'm starving and it's not right for you to do this to me. And I'm like, why don't you just eat? You know what I mean? I couldn't understand. It blew my mind that he literally was blaming me for him not eating. And it didn't, at the time, I thought he was just, really genuinely being sweet. And he was just upset because he was trying so hard. But looking back, it was just him trying to control. You know what I mean? It was just him. It was just that bullshit. It was bullshit. And but I was stupid and I gave in. So I was down to 190, which I hadn't weighed since I was I don't know, maybe in 6th grade. I was very proud of my weight. So within 3 months, I was no longer vegetarian. I was no longer fasting. He was no longer I mean, we were drinking all the time, which was something I didn't want to do. But if I didn't do it, I was, I felt like I had to, because like I would, and that was another thing too. I remember like, I just wanted, I would drink a little bit. Like that's how it started. I would drink a little bit. He's like, come on, drink more. And I'm like, no, I'm good. No, come on, drink more. No, I'm good. No, come on, drink more. And then it got to the point to where I was literally blacking out. And, and then he had a friend that we would go over to. And, he was an older fellow. He was real sick. He passed away shortly after. I don't think we were together very long, but he was very sick, and we would always get drunk, always get like, and I'm talking about I'd black out and wouldn't know what was going on, because he would just keep on and keep on and keep on, knowing damn well that I was a lightweight, because I'd never been drunk until we had got together, and looking back on it, I don't really know if I'm comfortable with that. Like, I don't know how to feel about it. Like, this is an embarrassing story to tell, and it really hurts my feelings, because he tells people this, and it really hurts my feelings, but I got really fucked up, and got sick, and I went to the bathroom, and he didn't go with me. I mean, I couldn't walk. I couldn't hold myself up, but he made me go to the bathroom by myself, and so I go to the bathroom by myself, and not to be TMI, but I had to use the restroom. So I used the restroom, and I was throwing up. And while I was in the restroom, while I was sitting down using the bathroom, I fell off, because I was fucked up. I couldn't, like, I fell off and like blacked out in the middle of me using the bathroom. And so finally, after me being in there like 15 minutes, he comes in there and is laughing at me. And he's laughing at me. And I had apparently, in the process of me falling off off the toilet, I had broke the toilet seat and had got stuff everywhere. Because, I mean, like I said, I blacked out in the middle of me using the bathroom. And instead of him being concerned, like, did you hurt yourself? He was laughing at me. And I'm like, looking back on it, it's really fucked up that you knowingly let that happen. Like, you knew that I was fucked up and could not function. And then when you come in there after I've been blacked out for God only knows how long, he said that I had been in there for like 30, 40 minutes. So you let me sit in the bathroom. I mean, I could have like fallen. I could have fallen and like busted my head open, and you didn't give a fuck. And matter of fact, I mean, I fell off the toilet, and there was a bathtub right beside the toilet. So more than likely, I probably hit my head, because I was literally laying in front of the bathtub when I come to. So he helps me get cleaned. He didn't help me clean up, but I cleaned myself up. And then, like, so that's a story he likes to tell people, that I broke the toilet seat and I got poo everywhere. And I'm like, don't tell people that. That's not funny. It's not a funny story. I mean, I get it might be funny to you, but it's not funny to me. You know what I think? You know how that makes me feel? It feels like my boyfriend knowingly knew that I was incapable of taking care of myself, knew that I was too fucked up to even, like, I mean, I had, like in the process, like, I remember bits and pieces, and, like, I remember, like coming in and out of it, and I remember, like, falling on the couch, like, halfway, like, getting up, and him like, oh, you're all right, you got it, you know what I mean, like, and I remember going into the bathroom and sitting down, and I remember waking up, like, and that's, like, all I remember, but, you know what I mean, and you think it's funny to tell people stuff, and I've asked him 1,000 times, please don't tell people that. Please don't tell people that. Why do you tell people that? To him, it's hilarious. To me, it hurts my fucking feelings because my boyfriend let me sit in the bathroom for 30, 40 minutes. Fucked up, possibly hurt, and didn't even care. And that's not even the first time he's let me go to the bathroom and sit in there. I'm a lightweight, absolute lightweight. After there was another time, and we were at his mom's, which was a little bit better because I think that thankfully his mom made him go in there and check on me. But we had gotten a little drunk, and I had drank two large, like 16-ounce beers, which is I guess equivalent to 4 beers, whatever. But anyway, I was fucked up, and so I went in the bathroom and I was just peeing. I went in there and I sat down and I fell asleep, and I was in there for like 20 minutes asleep. And he finally come in there and was like, woke me up, and he was like, Mama told me to come check on you. And I'm like, you should have come and checked on me. Like, anyway,